What is up, everybody? My name is Lucky. This is Lucky Lad TV. I am your host for this video, and if you did not see my explanation of the Terrakion you see there, there's a link in the description down below. Go watch that. Hopefully you got to see One Trade Wednesday. Hopefully you got one of my Terrakions. But basically, right now I'm going to see if I can figure out how to build a team around this Terrakion. Terrakion is weak to ground, grass, water, psychic, and fairy. Ant, is it weak to steel? I can't remember. Um, it's weak to a lot of stuff. The first thing that comes to mind is a poison type. However, then you get the psychic issue. So the next thing that would come to mind would be a steel type. Then you get the ground issue. So Terrakion has, basically what I'm trying to say is Terrakion has a lot of weaknesses. However, well, it depends on whether or not it's weak to steel. Because if it's neutral to steel, then I can use a fairy type. But since I don't know whether it is or it is not, and it's also weak to fighting now that I'm thinking about it. So actually a ghost type would be perfect. A ghost type would work very well. So I'm gonna search in here for a ghost type. Ghost. I need a big, fat, bulky ghost type. Those are, not very common. And keep in mind, this is just how I personally would build a team around this Pokemon. Obviously, please feel free to go in whatever direction you see fit. I could go with the Sableye. However, that's two fairy weaknesses. I don't want to double up on a weakness right away. So what I'm actually thinking of is the Dusknoir. And the reason that I'm going with that, and I'm just going to put him down to level 50 for realistic purposes. I want you to have the pressure, not the frisk. And I'm going to go with the Will-O-Wisp, the Shadow Sneak. I don't need Shadow Punch because I don't plan on you doing damage. As the Will-O-Wisp, the Shadow Sneak, I'm going to give it the Pain Split. But then it needs one other move. And the thing about Dusknoir, it learns such a wide variety of moves. Which ones are good and which ones are not is up for debate. I'm going to go with... I'm not going to go with the Toxic because we already have the Will-O-Wisp. So I'm actually leaning more towards a non-status move. Do you get the knockoff? You do not get the knockoff. You get Protect. I don't need you to have Protect, though. You get Pursuit. I'm going to give it Pursuit. I don't know exactly how that will work out. You can't have 232, that's a 248. And then I'm just going to give you 120, 120. I still have 20 left. 128, 128. And I'm going to make you Adamant. And I'm going to give you the leftovers. My theory behind the Pursuit is just it's good to get some chip damage off on something. You're not going to do a lot with Dusknoir, even if it's a super effective attack. It does have base. Oh wow, it has base 100 attack. I had no idea. That's a lot higher than I thought it was going to be. But Dusknoir is weak to Ghost and Dark. The only thing that resists both of those is Dark. The problem with that is that it's another fairy weakness, and it's also another fighting weakness. And Terrakion is already weak to both of those. So, I think is Terrakion weak to fairy? I'd assume it is. I don't think rock resists fairy. No, it doesn't. So, I need something that resists ghost and dark, but I can't have it be weak to fighting. And that is an issue, because normal, which is immune to ghost, is weak to fighting. I actually really only need the ghost resistance. And when I think ghost resistance, I think fairy. So, Dusknoirs are a great neutral wall. However, if I'm going to be using a fairy type, fairy, I might as well get in there with a non-neutral wall, something that can have a lot of bulk in one side or the other. And I could go with the Sylveon, I could go with the Clefable, nothing's fat like a Barbara. But what I'm actually thinking of, and I'm not going with Florges, I'm actually thinking of the Togekiss. However, no, it's not as bulky as I want it to be. I'm going to go with the Sylveon. Sylveon is pretty much as fat as it gets, in terms of just plain old fatness. And you there, 252, and then you're going to have 4. Actually, you don't need the special D. I'll just give it to you right here. So now we have our Sylveon. Our Sylveon, most people run a Choice Specs Sylveon. I am not doing that. I am giving it Pixelate with the Hyper Voice. However, I am also going to give it... What am I giving you? I am giving you the Heal Bell. I am giving you the Wish. And I'm going to give you the Toxic. Because I'm going to make you max HP. Then I'm going to give you max special defense. And just put the rest in the special attack. 8. Which reminds me I need to make you Impish. So, and with you, since you don't have the Protect. So, I'm actually going to get rid of the Toxic and give you the Protect. And I already have a Pokemon with leftovers. I really don't want to run 2 Pokemon with leftovers. I think that's, generally speaking, unnecessary. So instead what I'm going to do, and this is actually no, I'm just going to give you the Citrus Berry. I was originally thinking of giving you and I know what my next 2 Pokemon are going to be, sort of. And what I was saying about Sylveon, I was originally going to give it the... Oh my god, what's the name of that item? This is going to drive me crazy if I don't remember. The Air Balloon. I was originally thinking of giving it an Air Balloon. Not really necessary. So, Sylveon is weak to Poison and Steel. Both of those are resisted by Poison, I believe. I feel like I'm just forgetting so many things right now. It's so late and I'm so tired. Greninja should not be in here, just so you know. I don't really know what to put on this team next because I have it sums it up relatively well. This is weak to Ghost and Dark, which is not shared by anything. This is weak to Steel and Poison. This might be weak to Steel, so I'm going to get a Steel type in here just in case. I'm not 100% certain if it's weak to Steel. But I don't want it to be weak to Ground, because Ground is the Earthquake. You don't want to be dealing with Earthquake weaknesses everywhere. So, I want something with Levitate, and it'll be easier to look for it that way. So I want a Steel type with Levitate. Bronzong's actually looking really good now that I'm thinking about it. It's still weak to the Ghost in the Dark, which could be an issue. However, actually, Skarmory is looking even better. Sturdy Skarmory is looking really good right now, because then I can get a Ground type in here. A Ground type with some secondary typing, probably. I don't know what it's going to be, but Skarmory's looking really nice. I can give it the Rocky Helmet. Make you back into the neutral wall that I originally wanted you to be, which is accurate. This is what I wanted it to be. 128. 4 plus. 128. I like neutral walls. I think they're good for utilities. I'm going to give you the Aerial Ace. Oh, wait, you learned Drill Pack. Okay, so you're going to have Drill Pack, Iron Head. So, yeah, you learn Iron Head. You are going to have the Whirlwind, since you are supportive. Whirlwind. And you are going to have the Stealth Rock. And you are going to be max defense. Nice and impish. You get 8 here, would be my guess, and 248 here. Yep, I figured as much. Okay, so, but Skarmory is weak to electric, and rock, I believe. No, I don't think it's weak to rock. I know it's weak to electric, so I know I need a ground type in here. However, a ground type does not work well with Terrakion, which is what I was getting at earlier. What does work well with Skarmory is something with Lightning Rod or Volt Absorb or something like that. So I'm going to see Lightning Rod, and Manectric would actually be nice. It's only weak to ground, and we have an immunity in Skarmory. That's it. That Manectric's going to work perfectly fine. It is going to be a Mega Manectric. Just so you know, I always run Lightning Rod. You know why specifically in this case. I do like my Manectric shiny. I think they look better that way. But it is going to be Mega. The reason being I like having the Intimidate. But you are going to have the Flamethrower. The Volt Switch. You are going to have the Thunderbolt. And you are going to have the Hidden Power. And HP Grass is, in my opinion, the best of the Hidden Powers. This is not accurate for how to have Hidden Power Grass, just so you know. So I'm just going to put these back up to 31. I don't remember what the actual IV spread is for Grass. I think it's 30 in HP, Special Attack, and Speed. I think. I'm not entirely sure. I'm going to make you max Special Attack rather than max Speed. I don't really think you need help with Speed. You'd outspeed most things with base 135 when you Mega. So we have our Manectric, our Skarmory, our Sylveon, our Dusknoir, and our Terrakion. We need one more thing to round out this team, and we have a Physical Sweeper and we have a Special Sweeper, and then we have our 3-part core. I like building a 3-part core. I think it's a little bit easier because you can cover the other weaknesses with more coverage. Yeah, words. So I need one more thing up on this team. Manectric is weak to ground, and so is Terrakion. And we don't have anything that is super effective against a ground type. So we need either a water type or a grass type or an ice type, something. But we also need something that doesn't produce more weaknesses. And what I'm thinking is a water and ground type. No, I don't really think I can do that. Because that's a double grass weakness. And we only have one grass resistance, which is an issue. If we do go with a grass type, it's another poison weakness, but we have an immunity, and do we have... I don't think that would work. We don't have anything to take on a ground type. I can't go with an ice type, because that's another fighting weakness. Oh, wait. No, I can do that, because we don't have a huge fighting problem. However, I do want you to be... You're not going to be a pure ice type. That would not work well. So, I'm thinking I could go with the Mamoswine and give it the Thick Fat. Huh. That way, one, we would have some priority, aside from Dusknoir Shadow Sneak. We wouldn't have another fire weakness, because it would be neutral to the fire. I'm really liking the sound of that. The Mamoswine. And that way I can also... No, I'm going to keep you with the Stealth Rock because you're part of our core. I'm going to give you the Life Orb. And I'm going to make you max... Well, not max, but high in attack and max speed. And then give you the rest right here. You're going to have the Earthquake. And yes, that's 2 Pokemon on the team with Earthquake. I don't really view that as an issue whatsoever. You're going to have the Ice Shard. the Icicle Crash, and then you have room for one other move, and I'm definitely going to give you the knockoff because nothing on the team has knockoff right now. So this is our Terrakion-based team. Terrakion has a lot of weaknesses, which I don't know why I didn't think that, but it does. But that's our team. Feel free to go back to the beginning to rewatch it, and please, please, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I will be doing this at least once a week, because I will do this with every Pokemon that I'm sending out for Wonder Trade Wednesday. But have yourselves a great day out there. Best of luck to you, and I'm sure I'll see y'all soon. Bye.